Assalamu alaikum, everyone, and welcome to the special session on the Iqbal's Day. I would like to welcome everyone today and good evening. My name is Junaid bin Shakil. Let me know that my voice is audible in the chat, please. Okay. So, as I was saying, my name is Junaid bin Shakil, and it is an honor to stand before you today as we embark on this journey of knowledge, growth, and innovation in the fields of the nutrition. So, I am a certified BRCGS professionals with a couple of STEAM titles of a lead auditor and BRCGS global standard for the food issue 9. I have also earned a distinction of being a FSSC 20,000 and other various types of food standards like HACCP, lead auditors, and other different food standards as well as ISO standards and food safety. So, in this program, we will discuss how nutritions are playing a very defined role, whether it's grains, vegetable, fruits, oils, milk, meats, and beans in our body, and how important, crucial it is for them to be in our life and in our body as well. So, we'll begin in just 5 more minutes so everyone can join the session and make the most out of it. So, please be patient and we will start at 5:15. Okay, so time is up. It's 5:15 now. So let's begin with the session. And our first point will be here is accessing the eating behaviors. So before we proceed further, I want to make one thing clear, or we can say bring in your acknowledgement that the slides are for you. You have to read them, and I'm not going to read the slides as it makes a very, you can say, unprofessional reading experience and hearing experience in the session to the participants. So you have to focus on the slides, but you have to focus more on my voice, because what I'm going to speak would be a little bit different and much more informative as what in the slide is present. So be with me. I will keep a question the session at the end of this session, and we'll share the attendance link with you. So please be sure to mark your attendance at the end of the session. So let's start. And before I start, I am going to give you a minute to read the entire slide, and then we'll start explaining and discussing what's in the slide or what's in the topic of the slide. So you can go ahead and read. You have a minute, then I will start speaking or explaining. Okay. So, accessing the eating behaviors involves examining how an individual's eating habits, choices, and pattern impacts their health and overall well-being. So, there are different various methods and tools to access the eating behavior. So, including the hunger, appetite, and culture and social meaning of the food, habit or custom, emotional comfort, convenience, and nutritional value and social interaction. So, keeping a record of what when a person or what the person eats can provide the insights into their eating habits and patterns. So we can provide always that questionnaires and surveys as well, because a structured survey or questionnaires can be used to access the eating behavior, such as the three-factor eating questionnaire, TFEQ. We call it as TFEQ, the three-factor eating questionnaire, and the food frequency questionnaire, FFQ, as well. So we can conduct the appetite, because it drives us to eat as well. And if it's not the appetite, then it could be the hunger, or it could not be the hunger, it could be the emotional comfort, because some people get the comfort by eating the desired food they would like to. So directly observing a person's eating behaviors either in a clinical setting or through a video recording can provide a valuable data as well. We need to know that. So there are also psychological assessments as well, because assessing the emotional or psychological factors that influence the eating behaviors, such as stress and emotional eating habits, could be also playing a very good part in assessing the behavior roles of the eating behaviors of a individual. So nutrition analysis, as we call it, in what drives us to eat, is evaluating the nutritional content of a person's diet to identify the deficiencies in excess intake of certain nutrients which is not required by the body, or the individual is eating more than it is required. So body's composition analysis, we call it as assessing the body weight or BMI, or body fat percentage, is to understand how the eating behavior affects the composition. So whereas about the social interaction is there, some people might call it as body shaming. But if a person is getting fat without eating a lot, or eating within the limit, or eating less, so it could be the hormonal problem, could be the nutritional problem, could be the genes problem, it could be anything within your body, but doesn't mean that if a person is fat, it's due to its eating habits. It could be emotional, physical, psychological, mental, everything could be there. But the most part of the important part of it is that if we consume or we have the awareness of the nutritions that are present in our body, it could play a major role in reducing the weight, as well as gaining a lot of important vitamins and minerals that is required by our body, and it is required for the daily intake as well. Okay. So this is the calorie range for the children, females, and males. You can go through this. I don't think there is any need of explanation as it is mentioned everywhere. So you can go through this, then we will move to the next one. Okay, let me know my voice is better now. Okay. Okay, so water is here now. You can go through this slide, then we'll start understanding whether the bottled water is better or what is the role of water as a nutrient in our body. Okay, so water plays a very crucial role in our bodies as an essential nutrient. When it's like dehydration is there, so if we are not drinking required quantity of water on a daily basis, so abnormal depletion of body fluids. And let's if we are studying the dehydration, let's understand what is hydration first. So hydration is a water is essential for maintaining the body fluids balance. That's the common sense. Everybody knows it. But it also helps to regulate the body temperature and is critical component of the blood because it carries oxygen and nutrients to the cell. So digestion. Water also plays a very important role in a digestion, where water is needed for the digestion of the food and the absorption of the nutrients in the uh, body or in the can say stomach of the body of the human body. Okay, so metabolism is the another point where it is involved or water is involved in various metabolic processes, including the breakdown of carbohydrate, fats, and proteins for the energy. So the water is playing a very significant role in the metabolism as well. So transportation of the nutrients and waste removal is also the water that carries the nutrients to the cell and helps remove the waste products through the urine or sweat. And the most important point for the water or the most important role of the water in our body is the lubrication of our joints. Where the water helps to lubricate and cushion the joints in our body, it reduces the risk of injury and the discomfort in the body as well. So these were some, I can say, uh, few of many roles or important terms of water as in a role of playing in our body. So please be sure to drink plenty of water on a daily basis as much as it required. Okay, so any of your points whether the bottled drinking water is better or not, I would like to have your point of view in a answer of yes or no. So please uh, point out whether the bottled drinking water is better for our body or for the consumption or no. Okay, so I received a very different message from Manahil Khan, and it's a very impressive, you can say, response. But yeah, see, whether the water we are labeling as better than the tap water depends on the various factors. So, including the personal preference and local water quality, bottled water can be convenient and may have a, I can say, better taste and quality as compared to the tap water. But what depends, or you can say the most type of the question is what is the quality of the water and the process that the water is going through, and what is the, I can say, the production of the plastic bottles, or what type of quality is being used in the production of the plastic bottles. So bottled water can be, you can say, uh, depending on the brand and source. Some, because the bottled water in most of the countries, especially in the Asian countries like our Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka, a lot of companies which are manufacturing the water bottle, we can say, locally, has been using a very, you can say, horrifying process of refining the water, or cleaning the water, making it, we can say, pure drinking water. So it's I can say, a very, you can say, disappointing thing to go through, that a water bottle is being manufactured in a very wrong way, where the water has a very significant amount of risk in consumption, whether it's very from diarrhea, whether it's from cancer. If the, because cancer is directly related to the plastic which is used in the water bottle. So if the plastic is not regarding the food grade, or is not up to the mark which is should be used, and is according to the FDA's regulations, so it could be a very, you can say, alarming situation. So whereas we talk about the tap water, it's often more cost effective and eco friendly, but its taste and quality can be vary by the locations. In our country, we usually use the tap water. Not nowadays, I guess it's now the filter plants, and a lot of water bottle has taken over the tap water. So uh, many places have water treatment facilities, and that ensures the tap water that meets the safety and quality standards. So ultimately, the choice between the bottled water and the tap water depends on the circumstances and the priorities. But my recommendation is, if you are going for the bottled water, please be sure that it has a good brand and a good source of nutrients, and it's not, I can say, you can say, playing with the human health. Okay. Protein. You can go through this slide, then I'll start explaining the role of the protein in our body. So, as you can read in the slide as well, that the protein is the second most abundant substance in on humans. So, proteins play a very crucial and diverse role in the human body. So, the structural support, whereas the proteins are building blocks and tissues that provides structural support to cells, tissues, and organs. Let's just say, for example, um, collagen is a protein that gives strength to the skin, tendons, and bones, right? So the structural support is directly coming from the protein. So the collagen is the best example I could give in the context of the protein. So the enzyme is the second one, or you can say the second part, where the proteins that act as a catalyst for the biochemical reactions in the body, as well as they facilitate and speed up the chemical process, such as, you can say, digestion and metabolism. And the transport. Some proteins like hemoglobin transport the vital substances such as oxygen in the body, and other protein transport molecules across the cell membrane. Immune function in antibodies, a type of protein that play a key role in the immune system by recognizing and neutralizing the harmful pathogens like bacteria and viruses. Hormones, some might disagree, some might agree, but I'll be keeping a very general significance of hormones in a role of a protein. So some proteins serve as a hormones that regulate the various psychological processes. Let's, you can say, for example, insulin regulates the blood sugar levels. This is the point where everyone could agree with me, right? So muscle function, as I mentioned earlier, that contractile proteins like actin and myosin are responsible for the muscle contractions and movements as well. And storage, ferritin is a protein that stores and releases the iron in the body, while casein in the milk serves as a protein reservoir for essential amino acids. And last, I would like to add is the energy source. Because in times of energy deficiencies, the body can break down the proteins into amino acids for the energy, although this is not their primary role to be aware of. Okay. So overall, what we understood in this part, that the proteins are essential for the proper functioning and maintenance of the body. They are made up of amino acids and specific sequences, and structure of these amino acids determine the protein's function. A balanced diet that includes a variety of protein sources is important for meeting the body's protein needs. So the basic function is I would like to add here that why I'm explaining this, that most of us are not really aware of what to consume, and we are consuming only, you can say, fast food and different types of food. So if you are consuming at least half of a type of protein daily, so you know the roles that I have already discussed in this part. So be sure to take the protein as much as required by the body for all of these functions in your body to enhance and give you a lot of better results in overall performance of your daily life in the in say while walking and different significance. Okay. Okay, so I discussed this already, sorry. uh Carbohydrates, you can go through this slide again. You have a minute, then we will start discussing and understanding. Let me know, is my voice very low or it is audible, or should I increase or bring the mic closer? Okay. So, carbohydrates are one of the three primary macronutrients along with the protein, fats, and they serve as a crucial source of energy for the human body. So, carbohydrates are made of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen atoms, and they can be classified into three main types. Okay, so simple carbohydrates. Uh, these are also known as sugars and include monosaccharide and disaccharide. So monosaccharides, for those who don't know, are single sugar molecules such as glucose and fructose, where on the other hand, disaccharides are composed of two molecules, um, like sucrose. Sucrose equals to glucose and plus fructose, where and lactose, where glucose plus galactose is there. So simple carbohydrates are quickly digested and can cause rapid spikes in the blood sugar levels. So complex carbohydrates are made up of long chains of sugar molecules known as polysaccharides. Starch is starch found in food like grains, legumes, and root vegetables. Uh, Yeah, a common example of complex carbohydrates, which I already mentioned. So these carbohydrates take longer to break down and provide a more sustained source of energy. Where we can talk about a dietary fiber. Fiber is a type of a complex carbohydrate. that the body cannot digest. It's found in food like whole grains, fruits, vegetables, and legumes. So fiber has many health benefits, and including promoting the digestive health and helping to maintain the steady blood sugar levels. But the primary role of the carbohydrates in the body is to provide the energy. We need to acknowledge that. When you consume carbohydrates, your body breaks them down into glucose, which is used as a primary fuel source for various bodily functions. However, carbohydrates also have other important roles. Okay, so brain function. Glucose is the brain's primary energy source and is essential to, you can say, allows the brain to function. So without, or you can say, deficiency of the carbohydrates might be affecting your brain overall. Why we talk about the muscle function? Carbohydrates are critical for physical performance as they provide energy to muscles and, or you can say, during activities. Blood sugar regulation, as in fiber, the carbohydrates helps to regulate the blood sugar levels, and reducing the risk of the sudden spikes and crashes as well could be related to the carbohydrates as well. Dietary fiber aids in digestion, promotes a very healthy gut, and can help to prevent constipation. So the amount and type of carbohydrate you should consume depends on the factors like your age, activity level, and overall health. You can go to the internet. We are in a very advanced world now, in a very advanced technology. So you can enter your health, or you can, sorry, you can enter your age, weight, and height, and then you can say how much carbohydrates I'm supposed to consume daily. So it could give you a very good answer and according to your body specification. So it's important to choose the complex carbohydrates from whole, unprocessed sources for sustained energy and to limit the intake of added sugar. Why? Because the excess sugar consumption can have a negative health benefits. So try balancing your carbohydrate intake with protein, fats, and nutrients. It is the key to maintaining a healthy diet. Okay. Fiber. You can go through this slide, then you'll start understanding it. Okay, fiber is a type of carbohydrate that the human body cannot digest or absorb. So instead, it passes through the digestive system relatively intact. Fiber is found uh, in a plant-based foods such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, and nuts. And it comes in two main forms: soluble fiber and non-soluble fiber. So the soluble fiber is a type of fiber that dissolves in water and forms a gel-like substance in the digestive tract. So soluble fiber can help to lower the cholesterol levels and regulate the blood sugar. And it's found like oats, beans, fruits, and in fruits, some might ask for the example in the fruits as well. So apples and citrus, and vegetables, carrots. So the insoluble fiber does not dissolve in water and adds bulk to the stool, helping to prevent the constipation and promoting regular bowel movements as well. It's commonly found in whole grains, vegetables like broccoli, and the skins of the fruits. So the benefits of the dietary fiber, let's discuss those as well. What could be the benefit of why you eat? Like we have already understood the role of the fiber, right? But what could be the benefits of eating it? Your digestive health would be better because fiber aids to bulk to the stool and which can prevent constipation and promote regular and healthy bowel movements. Weight management. Uh, High fiber foods are often low in calories, so it will help you to feel full, which can aid you in weight control, or if you want to reduce the weight and eat, or you can say you want to be full but on the other hand you want to reduce the weight as well. So weight management is the best in the fiber intake. Your heart health. Soluble fibers can help to lower the cholesterol levels and reducing the risk of the heart diseases. Where is the concern about the blood sugar levels or blood sugar control? The fiber can slow the absorption of the sugar, helping to regulate the blood sugar levels and reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes. Okay. So gut health, fiber can promote a healthy gut microbiome, which is important for overall health and have many benefits for immune system and mental health. And the most important one is the health of the colon, because some types of fiber may reduce the risk of the colon cancer. But it is important to include the balanced amount of fiber in your diet for these benefits that we have discussed. So the recommended daily intake of fiber varies, as I spoke very earlier, that your gender, age, and specific dietary guidelines in your region, as well as your height. So, in general recommendations, the adult consumes around 25 to 30 grams of dietary fiber per day. Our diet rich in a variety of whole plant-based foods can help you to meet your fiber needs and contribute to a better overall health. So, let's move to the next one. Fats. Okay, so you can go through this slide. You have a minute, then we'll start understanding. Okay, so fats, also known as lipids, excuse me. Okay, so the fats, also known as lipids, are one of the three primary macronutrients, along with the carbohydrates and proteins. Fats serve several important functions in the human body. So, what could be that? Number one, I would like to highlight is the energy source. Fats are a concentrated source of energy, providing more than twice the calories per gram compared to the carbohydrates and protein. So they are used for the long-term energy storage and are essential for sustaining physical activity and body function. Uh, Followed by the structural components. Fats are crucial part of the cell membranes and play a role in maintaining the integrity and flexibility of the cell structures. Where we talk about, if we talk about the insulation and temperature regulations, adipose tissue, which is composed mainly of fats, acts as an insulator, helping to maintain the body temperature and protect the vital organs. Hormone production in the you can say role of a fat. Fats are used to produce various hormones, including steroid hormones like testosterone and estrogen. So, absorption of the fat soluble vitamins, in which the fat is necessary for the absorption of the fat soluble vitamins like vitamin A, D, E, and K, and other fat soluble nutrients from the diet. And the fat could play a very good role or could contribute to the flavor and texture of the foods, that could enhance the acceptability of the acceptability of the meals. And they also provide the sense of fullness and satisfaction after eating. So dietary fibers have been categorized into different types. Saturated fat, these fats are typically are solid at the room temperature and are found in animal products like meat, butter, and dairy. So as well as in some plants as well, like coconut oil and palm oil. So a diet high in saturated fats is associated with the increased risk of heart diseases. And monosaturated fats, these fats are found in olive oil, avocados, and nuts. They are considered heart healthy and can improve the blood cholesterol levels. Where we, if we talk about the polyunsaturated fats, sources of these type of polyunsaturated fats include fatty fish such as salmon, and as well as the vegetable oils like soybean and sunflower oil. So these fats contain essential fatty acids like omega 3 and omega 6, which are important for overall health. And trans fat are artificially created through a process called hydrogenation, and are found in many processed food and fried food, sorry. So the trans fats are known to be harmful to the heart, the health of the heart, and should be avoided as much as possible. So, what I would like to highlight here is that it is important to have a balanced intake of different types of fats in your diet, but aim to limit the saturated and trans fats and instead include more unsaturated fats, especially from the plant-based sources, because the overall quality of your diet is based upon the types of fat you consume, and your total calorie intake plays a role, or you can say overall plays a very significant role in your health and well-being. Okay. So, how you can obtain the essential nutrients? That's the question. So you can go through the slide, and then we'll start understanding it. Okay, we will take a 10-minute break for the Maghrib. So those who want to pray, then they can pray. We will start back at 5:55, and then we'll understand what are the important factors in obtaining the essential nutrients. So 5:55 is the resuming time. Please be there, and you can leave your uh, you can say mobile or Zoom app like on. So the prayers first. Please pray first, and then join us back at 5:55. Thank you. Attendance link will be shared at the end of the session, so you can mark your attendance. Please be sure to write your complete name, and because it will be the name that will be used in your certificate. So please be sure to write your full name in the and correct name with every alphabet uh, mentioning it clearly. So the same name will be used for your certificates. Assalamu alaikum, everyone, and welcome back. I hope that let's start and resume our session. So we were discussing how to avoid, or you can say, how to obtain the essential nutrients, in which we will be discussing how to avoid the trans fatty acid. So, avoiding the trans fatty acids are often referred to as trans fats. So, as it's important to maintaining a good health, particularly the health of your heart. So, the trans fats are artificially created, as for those who don't know. So, through a process called hydrogenation. So, and what happens in the process that it turns the liquid oils into solid fats. So, they have been associated with the several health risks including the increased risk of heart diseases, strokes, and other health problems. So, what are the some points which could help us in avoiding the trans fatty acid? Reading the food labels, you can check the ingredient list on the food labels. Look for the term uh, partially hydrogenated oils or hydrogenated oils itself. If you see these listed, the product contains trans fats, and it's best to avoid it. Uh, you can choose natural fats. You can go for the foods that are naturally containing the health fats, such as avocados, nuts, seeds, and fatty fish. You can go for the salmon rather than those with added trans fats. You can cook at home. You can prepare the meals at home that allows you to have better control over the ingredients you use. You can choose the cooking oil that are low in, or you can say they are free from the trans fats, such as olive oil, canola oil. So you can limit the processed foods, so the because many processed foods and packed foods such as certain baked goods, fried snacks, and fast food can contain the trans fats, and reducing your consumption to these foods can help you lower your trans fats intake. And the most important part that I will highlight in the Asian countries, especially my country, Pakistan, please be wary of the margarine, because some margarine is used to contain trans fats, but many have now been reformulated to trans fat free. So please be sure to check and ensure that there are no partially hydrogenated oils in the ingredients or the margarine that you are consuming, and it's trans fat free. You can ask in restaurants as well when you dine out. I don't know that most of the restaurants here might be aware of this, but still you can give it a try and ask that restaurant staff if they use partially hydrogenated oil or trans fat in their cooking. So you can educate yourself. You can stay informed about the nutrition and the sources of trans fat, knowing which food is likely to contain the trans fat and which could help you to make your healthier body choices. You can go for, you can say, let's say that you can support the policies and regulation uh, that restrict or ban the use of the trans fats in the food production. Many countries have implemented such policies to protect the public health, but many still haven't. So remember that the trans fat have been largely phased out in many countries due to their health risk, but still it's essential to remain aware and make informed decisions or choices about the food. So our diet in low trans fats and high in natural and unsaturated fats is beneficial for your overall health and especially your heart health. So this is a guide to the vitamins. You can see the best sources, the chief functions in the body. You can I will share the slide with you, so you can read this with patience and to understand it better. Okay, let's just discuss some of the vitamins that are important ones, and rest is in front of you. So I'll start with the vitamin C, uh, which is known as um, a very important for the collagen production and wound healing and immune system support. So the food sources like citrus fruits, strawberries, and bell peppers and broccoli might be having or will be having vitamin C. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, so vitamin B1, as you can see, it's in the slide as well. So the functions of this vitamin B1 is essential for energy metabolism and the nervous system function. You can get vitamin B1 from whole grains, legumes, and for non-Muslims, you can get from the pork as well. So vitamin B2, its function is involved in the energy production, growth, and maintenance of the skin and eyes as well. You can get vitamin B2, riboflavin. It's from dairy products, lean meats, and green leafy vegetables. And vitamin B3. So vitamin B3, niacin, its function is necessary for the DNA repair, metabolism, and nervous system functions. You can get it from meat, fish, and peanuts. Vitamin B5 and yeah, B5. Its function is involved in the synthesis of the fatty acids and amino acids. You can get it from meat, dairy, and whole grains. And vitamin C, B6, its function is aids in the brain development, immune function development, and the metabolism of the proteins. So meat, fish, and nuts and bananas could be the best source of vitamin B6. B7, biotin. It supports the metabolism, your skin, your hair, and the nail health. So the best source for the vitamin B C is eggs, nuts, and the salmon. Vitamin B9, its function is for its very important function is for the DNA synthesis, the growth of the cells, and during pregnancy to prevent the birth defects. So it could be found in the leafy green legumes and fortified cereals. Vitamin B12, it's essential for the nerve function and the production of the red blood cells. It could be found, or you can say the best sources where it could be the vitamin B12 could be found. It's from the animal products like meat, fish, dairy, and B12 fortified foods and vegetables or vegetarians. Okay. So these were the some of the few sources that I have discussed, which is diet that includes a variety of foods that ensure that you get enough supply for all of the essential vitamins. If you have any specific dietary restriction or concerns regarding the consulting the healthcare professional as well, if you have it. Okay. So this is the guide of how to read a food label. So you can go through that, then I will start explaining. So there might be some questions rising that why should you read a label? Some might still ask that why should we read that? And they say that your friend is unaware, and if you're in a mart and you're still reading the food label before purchasing or making food choices, so your friend might ask that, well, hey, why are you reading the food label? What is the use of it? So you can tell him that reading a food label is very essential for making informed and healthier food choices. So while the food label provides a valuable information about the nutrition content of the product, as well as it can help you to understand what you're consuming. right? When you use anything, let's just say that you have a motorcycle, you have a car, you have anything, you try the best pumps for your car, you use the best oils for your engines, because you care for you want your bike or car to go further more and give you more outcome, best results, and overall the health of your engine and so on. So like that, your body is also like that. So if you are making informed choices and better, healthier choices for your body, what to consume, it could give you a lot of better, I can say, advantages and long term, I can say, life with less issues and less diseases. So the first one is here is the serving size. So the first thing you check is the serving size, because this tells you the amount of nutrition fats that are based on. So make sure you compare this with the amount you plan to eat. So calories is the label, will show you the number of calories per serving. This will help you to understand the energy content of the foods. Where is the nutrients is the label that provides the information about the key nutrients. This could include the total fat. It shows that the total amount of fat in the serving. And whereas the saturated trans fat would indicate the unhealthy fats. So try see the saturated fat, as you can see, is there, and trans fat is also there. Both are there. So the saturated fat and the trans fat indicates unhealthy fats. These indicate, you can see, I will show you as well. You can see my mouse cursor that the saturated fat is 3 gram, it's 15%, and the trans fat is 1.5 gram. So try to limit your intake of these, please. And the total fat, it shows the total amount of fat in a serving, so which is 12 gram. Then cholesterol, this 30 mg, which is labeled as a daily value of 10%. So it's important for your health of your heart. You can limit it if you have high cholesterol. And then sodium, as you can see, it's 470 mg, which is 20%. So sodium, you can watch your sodium intake, especially if you have high blood pressure. Where it is followed by total carbohydrates. You can see here that the total carbohydrates are there, which is 31 grams, and it includes dietary fibers, sugars. So you can pay attention to the fiber content. So because um, protein, you can say, or you can say the fiber content, it's very useful if you pay attention to the fiber content. Okay, so protein is there at the end, and dietary fiber and sugars are almost zero. So the protein is 5 gram. It's important for the muscle growth and repairs. And the vitamin minerals, uh, vitamin A is there. You can see 4%. Vitamin C is there 2%. Calcium is 20%. Iron is 4%. So vitamin minerals, the list of percentages of daily value, we call it DV. Some might write it as DV, some might not write it as daily value. So if it's written in DV, so percentage daily, you can see uh, this percentage shows how much nutrient in a serving size of a food contributes to a daily diet based on a 20,000 calories diet. Sorry, 2,000, not 20, 2,000. So ingredients, allergen information, if it's there, let's see. Can anyone find any allergy information here? No, right? I cannot even see it here. So this product might not have any allergen ingredients, so that's why they haven't mentioned. But if there is a product where it has allergens, labels like common allergens like peanuts, tree nuts, wheat, soya, and milk, eggs, fish, and shellfish. If you have any allergies, this is crucial. You have at least check the label, and if they have not mentioned, that means it doesn't have any. So dates, let's just see there is dates. Okay, it's not here because it's just an example, but the date will be there. So check the date for the best fashions. So overall, uh, the reading the food label is valuable skill for making the healthier choices and managing the dietary requirements. Just please try to pay attention to the serving size, ingredients, and the balance of the nutrients to make informed decisions about the foods you consume. It will be very helpful to you. I am really sorry. My apologies, Abdullah. Can you hear it now? Okay, let's move further. So these are the serving size cards. Okay, I have you can say the mic is more closer to my mouth now. It's extremely close to my mouth. So if it's still, I will try to speak much more louder. Let me know if it's still slow. So the serving size looks like this. Grain products, 1 cup of cereal flakes. Okay, fist, one pancake of a compact disc. It is all just to give you an example that how does a serving size looks like. So it's just for your I can say understanding. It's not any principle or the thing you should recognize or memorize. It's just for explanation. So when I will share the slide, you can go through this. It's just for explanation if you are your knowledge. If you are going in a mart and choosing what type of serving size looks like. So these are the nutritional needs for the different groups. You can see fruits, 1 cup. These are the different groups. These are the needs. Some might need more, some might need less. You can go through this, then I'll start explaining. So some might find it very difficult to understand. Let me know in the chat how much of you are understanding this and how much you aren't understanding this. Okay, so everyone can understand. So I don't think there is any need for explaining this. If anyone in the room haven't understand, let me know. Okay, very good. I'm really happy that everyone understood. So these are for you as most of you are here as for the college. So you can go for the variety of challenges for healthy eating. So you can make the lunch and bring it with you, including the healthy snacks, not the one that you are purchasing from the canteens. No, not the snack. The snack which has free fatty acids or free trans fats. So you can bring a fish sandwich with you, for an example. You cannot eat the chips. I'm not mentioning the names, but please try to avoid those types of snack if you want to reduce the weight. If you are aiming to reduce the weight and also you don't want to feel hungry, so try limiting it with the snacks. Uh, there's a just like I gave example that you can bring a fish sandwich. So the bread would play a role in the fiber, and the fish would play a role in maintaining your, or you can say keeping your hunger limited, as well as providing you less calories and more energy. So okay, and you can limit the sugar and heavy beverages and the cold drinks, the fried products, the French fries, and the oil they use. It might be very, you can say, unhealthy, especially in the countries we are living. So please try to avoid all of these if you want to have a healthier life without any heart attacks or strokes in the future. So, eating well in the dining hall. You can read this when I will share the slide with you. So, can you please share the sliding? You can sorry. Can you please share the attendance like with in the chat? And when I will share these, you can watch a video in this and understand it. That what I'm trying to explain. It's clickable. So when you will open the slides, you will be able to click it. And these are the questions I actually prepared it for you, but it's for your general knowledge. You can answer these while as in a research method and share with me if you would like to in the future. So, and then I will answer them whether it's fine or not. So these are the questions uh, uh, for your general knowledge and for the critical thinking. It's for you. So whenever you want to answer them, you can answer them and send it to me personally, and I will answer them um, as much as quickly as possible. I could respond. So we will end today's session and conclude today's session on the nutrition here. And I hope that you enjoyed today's session and it was a very informative one. And I hope that you all understood how to make a healthier choices to the food you consume and to this day. So this was a very special day today and the Iqbal Day. That's why we tried to bring awareness to the most people that who don't have awareness what to consume and they are consuming whatever they like. So we have a question. Why healthy snack demand is so less in our country, especially in how we can push food industries to produce more healthier snack. See, in our country, the attendance link has been shared. Please, can you share the attendance link again? There are people who are asking again and again and again. So share them with again so they can mark the attendance. So back to your question that why healthy snack demand is so less in our country. See, the main point I want to raise here that it is the awareness. Most people, most kids, most parents aren't aware what they are feeding to their children. If a children or if your kids are asking that I want to eat such and such snack, the parents are just picking up from the mart and giving them into their hands that yeah, go enjoy, no problem. Yeah, and some people or some parents have this type of scenario mindset that the kids are okay, there nothing would happen to them, they are okay, they could take it. No, the reason is that you can go to the internet right now and search how many kids from the age from 10 to 5 or 5 to 10 or 10 to 12 are having heart attacks and heart strokes and have heart diseases in the world. There is a very alarming rise in those diseases among the kids. And if not the issue of the heart, the growth rate, how they are uh, um, the kids grow, it's very you can say different in a healthy way. If a kid is consuming, if the parents are feeding them unhealthy snacks, the growth will be different from a kid that has healthy diet. So these type of things are much more followed in Europe countries such as USA and Canada, France, Germany. You can see the kids, they have a free checkup yearly, annually. They tell the doctor tells them, the physician tells them that your kid has this nutrient deficiency. So, and the parents try to bring them in their children. They try to feed them the healthiest snacks. So it all depends upon the government, upon the awareness of the parent. Because if government is not doing anything, it's the responsibility of the parents to be aware that what they are feeding to their children is the future that they are lying. So that's the answer to your question. I hope it is clear to you. The awareness is the uh, best cause to reduce this and increase the healthier snacks, because healthier snacks are not that much good in the taste and smell. So that could be another reason that it's not that much famous, or you can say much more common. So I hope you enjoyed the today's session and you understood everything. After this session, I hope that you will make a healthier choices to what you eat, if you want to reduce the weight even, or if you want to maintain the energy level as well as your weight as well. So take care of yourself, take care of your health. Please be sure to mark your attendance. I'm saying again and again. The certificates will be issued to those who have marked their attendance, and mark your attendance with a full name. And yes, I will share the slides right now after ending the session. Mr. Azim, can you please share the link again of the attendance? So I'm leaving the chat room like this, so you can mark your attendance in order to receive the certificate. See, you have received the attendance link in the chat. Open the chat box. You can see that Mr. Tahir Abbas Khan has shared the forms link. You can click on that. You can tap on that if you're on from a mobile. So then you can register yourself. Please write the correct name, as it will be the name on your certificate as well. Okay, take care of yourself. It was really a good session and a good time being with you. And I would like also thank everyone that they have contributed here and be here. So take care of yourself. Have a good night ahead. Assalamu alaikum.